we're out here checking cameras and pulling cards on cameras and looking at food plots. Some of you guys have been asking for an update, and I'm sorry it's so late in the season, but we're out here in the middle of the day. It's like a little after 12 and have a pretty warm day, so we weren't really planning on doing any hunting. But you guys can see behind us, I mean, this is, and I wish I knew the exact date. I don't know offhand. I'd have to go and look the exact date that we planted this. This was in the deer greens mix from Hancock Seed Company. I mean, it's doing amazing. Most of it, everywhere you look, is 1.5 feet to 2 foot tall. I'll pull a turnip here. I mean, they're starting to bulb out really good. So you know, in another month we get a good frost on this stuff, and you know, typically that turnips, radishes, that stuff of brassicas in general, they turn kind of sugary is what it is, and then the deer, they hammer them. We've got quite a few does using these plots, and we'll just kind of show you guys. Right here behind us, I thought it was deer eating, but it looks like we either have a groundhog problem or a armadillo. He's been doing a number on it, so we may have to take care of him. May just set a little box trap up or something, but all through this, I mean, this is all this is the killer clover mix actually, and we put this right in here. We've got just a few square feet of it, and then it wraps around. We haven't showed you guys this stuff. All this clover goes for about 80 yards down through here. But the deer, I'm telling you, the clover this year, we've really noticed that the deer just hammer this clover mix. It's pretty incredible, really. But anyway, this is the first two plots, and we'll go on. We've got a few others to show you guys, and one that we're really excited about. It's up on the hill over here on the end of the property, so we're excited to show you guys how that turned out. But anyway, come on with us, we'll show you guys. Okay, so this is what we call the L plot. Really what we did, we came in here, it was, I want to say March probably. We came in here and tried to plant it and do a frost seed on the clover. This is Hancock's killer clover mix, and you guys, you can see the deer. You can see where they're topped off. All the tops are topped off from deer. But I mean, this stuff is just crazy thick, and it's really the perfect height. We've mowed it or brush hogged it 3 or 4 times, haven't we? So,
yeah, about 3.
I know 3 times,
yeah,
maybe 4. But it wraps around over here. We've probably got, I don't know, a ½ acre of clover in here. But what's really cool about this plot is we decided the upper end of this plot didn't really come in real good because we got a lot of rain during that time, and it pushed a lot of the seed downhill. You know, that's kind of, whenever you're planting on a slope like this, it's kind of inevitable that's going to happen. But so what we did is we came in here, sprayed down, because weeds came for some reason along this edge here, really came in thick, and then especially on the top. Well, we came in, Logan came in and sprayed it, and that we didn't burn it. We just worked it under, kind of worked up the soil just a little bit, brushed it up, and got good seed to soil contact. And we came in and put in the fall and winter mix from Hancock Seed Company, and then we came back on top and put in just a few pounds of probably 3 or 4 pounds of daikon radish right on top of it. So I mean, this stuff is crazy thick. I mean, it stretches all the way. It's probably 120, 150 yards. It's pretty windy right now, but so I'm sorry about the wind noise. But anyway, this is because it seems like the soil quality right in here has been really bad. But you know, we limed and fertilized it by hand. I mean, if you guys go back a few episodes and watch that, it'll kind of show how we did everything. And I don't have a clue how many hundreds and hundreds of pounds of lime and fertilizer we hand spread on this stuff. But it just goes to show, you know, you put in hard work and it's going to pay off eventually. So we've got starting to have really good deer numbers showing up. The beans in this area on the big ag fields are really starting to yellow and turn. And whenever they do that, you know, deer typically come off of those fields and hit these smaller food plots, clover plots and stuff like that. So anyway, we've got 2 more plots we want to show you guys. One of them's real special to us right up here on the hill, and then another one's a brand new one. So we'll go up there and show you guys those. Okay, so this is second to the last plot we're going to show you guys today. This one is a real special plot to us. We call it the Cloud 9 plot. Last year we had it in Alice clover from Hancock Seed Company, and this year we came in and frost seeded their Hancock Killer Clover mix. And you can see, I mean, it's doing amazing. And we actually expanded it this year, pretty much doubled the size of it. Came in here with chainsaws and a 4-wheeler and drug off, cut down a bunch of cedars, few hedge trees and stuff like that, and piled them up in various places because we didn't really want to make a big brush pile. That is something, whenever you're, and maybe I'm paranoid about this, but whenever you make a place for a food plot and it's real thick, try not to, and this may or may not be true, but in my mind this is what predators do. They'll use those, you know, if you have a big burn pile or something like that and you haven't burned it in a while, you're waiting for it to die, so just so you can burn it. In this area we have a lot of bobcats, a lot of them, and a lot of coyotes. I mean, like all over the Midwest we have a ton of coyotes too, and those predators, I mean, that's how they'll stay in that little burn pile or brush pile, whatever you want to call it, and they'll stay in there and just wait for an animal to come by it. And you know, we know for a fact that a lot of our fawns, you know, get killed in the spring and summer by bobcats and coyotes. So that's something to keep in mind. You know, just burn them as soon as you can, or you know, just drag them in various locations and they'll eventually rot and decompose, and the trees will, and just add to your soil. So but anyway, this plot, the Cloud 9 plot, this is the plot that my mom killed Cloud 9 out of last year. Her and Logan were sitting right in that cedar tree there. Probably not. I don't know, what is that, 11-12 feet off the ground maybe?
Yeah, about 12 foot.
But I mean, that deer was using this plot especially, I mean, like all the time. We had pictures of him from right as he was shedding his velvet all the way up to whenever she killed him, which, man, I wish I could remember, was it November 5th maybe, something like that. We had a cold front first part of the November, if I remember right, and she ended up getting him that first night of the cold front. But anyway, this is a real special plot to us, and we'll probably, over the next couple seasons or so, we'll probably even expand it a little more and make maybe a transition area here and there and stuff like that. But anyway, we've got one more plot to show you guys. Man, this is one we're really excited about, so we'll go check it out. Okay, so this is the last plot. We're calling this one the south plot. It's on the far south end of the property. But if you guys remember, we did a burn on this one. We sprayed and burned this one, and then planted it in. This is in the fall and winter mix, and we came in and put a little bit of Ladino or Ladino clover. these turnips, I mean the purple top turnips, you guys can see. Let me show you guys one of them here real quick. I won't pull this one, but I mean, look at that. And this was actually planted. Crazy thing is, this was planted, what, probably 3 weeks later than the other one down there?
Yeah, about 3 weeks.
I'd say close to it. But the soil up here is really good. Surprisingly, but it's really good up here. We do have a problem though. I just checked one of the cameras back in the Cloud 9 plot, and we were seeing some laid down areas in the clover, and we actually saw some tracks, and we've got cattle, and they've hit 3 of our plots. So we've got to do some fence fixing. Not sure whose they are or where they're coming from, but we got to figure that out. But hey, they know where the good food is, I guess. But we need to take care of it before they do too much damage. So anyway, but hope you guys enjoyed this, and we just felt like we needed to do a little bit of a follow-up on all these plots, and we're really happy and really impressed. We've been very blessed this year with how much rain and moisture we've got. Now this plot, whenever we planted it, we didn't get rain, and we have a little bit of Lespedeza that's come up in this, and a few other weeds here and there, some pigweed and stuff like that. But I'm really happy with how it turned out, because we were pretty worried there for a while, because we didn't get rain on this plot. It's kind of weird. We went all of August, we went through a really wet spell, and then the last of the month we completely dried up, and it was probably pushing 3 weeks, maybe more, before we got a drop of rain. And we had just planted this, and we planted it without any moisture, thinking that we were getting some, and we were forecasted to get some, and we just didn't. But we got a little bit of rain 3 weeks later, and it still came up, and I mean, it looks amazing. All of it looks pretty incredible. So hopefully on one of the cameras we just checked, we've got a group of does hitting the clover pretty hard. And the Cloud 9 plot is just like 100 yards through the brush there. And these little plots are just kind of scattered all through here. But anyway, hopefully we can kill another doe or two off this. We've already shot one doe. I killed a doe first part of the season, actually, on the L plot. And so maybe we can get a couple more, and you know, who knows, hopefully a big buck will start hitting this pretty hard in November, looking for the does. So anyway, hope you guys enjoyed this, and we'll keep you guys updated as far as deer hunts go and stuff like that on this place. So thank you for tuning in.